to the cloud. Okay, so first I just want to go over like our schedule slash control freak, everything that's going on right now. So I will go ahead and screen share real quick with you guys our little calendar. A million tabs open right now. Okay, so this is where we're at. We're mid Control Freak launch. If you are interested in purchasing Control Freak and you're a coach, take advantage of this coach window, you guys, because I'm already getting my package and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So like that to me is take advantage of being a coach and purchasing ASAP, because I think that they're just pumping out those orders like crazy right now. So that's been a really nice perk about having coach access and kind of getting that little coach fee is you have this little window to purchase from. So that's where we're in right now. It's also a great way if some of your challengers wanted to purchase to upgrade them to coach and allow them to purchase right now. So that's kind of a nice little perk. They could purchase a completion pack or a challenge pack and get their bod renewed, or if they already have bod, they can get that completion pack, get that coach fee waived. That way, this is where I'm talking to one girl right now and I'm like, I really want you to do the coach because it's a 9-week program, which means you're going to need, I was like, I really want you to have Shakeology and your performance stack for the whole 9 weeks. And so for that to happen, you're going to have to order it again within a month. And I really want you to get that discount. So why do I sign you up as a coach now? And then you can have that discount at least for the full 9 weeks that you're going to be doing my challenge. Then from there, you can decide whether you want to keep the coach account or not. You can cancel it then, or you can keep it if you're really liking the product. But I want you to have the product for the full 9-week challenge. So that's kind of a way that I'm kind of tipping her to that coach side, where I'm like, I want you to have Shakeology for the full 9 weeks. So why don't you just take advantage of that coach discount for at least the second order? Then if you don't want it after that, that's up to you. Okay, so that's kind of a nice little thing of getting girls maybe onto that coach account. Again, there is no just access. You have to purchase the accessory kit or higher, but you do get the discount on the coach X or on the accessory bundle. Okay, but guys, that's why I've been really also pushing. And I've been talking about this for months. I'm like, hey, put money aside. If you're wanting to do that, like you need to start thinking about it ahead of time. I really, really have been trying to talk about that quite a bit. And hopefully that helps you guys when it came time to actually purchase or get on board. We do still have plenty of time to purchase though, you guys, truly, there is plenty of time. So if you're like, man, I really don't have the money to purchase right now, but I will in a week or 2 weeks, or even in a little, even if you purchase after the first of the year and you start a week or two after us, I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. Just know that there's still plenty of time for you to purchase, to get Control Freak, and it's going to be here for a while. Okay. And so we are in that purchase window. Make sure you guys know also MBF and MBFA launches on the 18th, which is next Thursday. And I do believe Allison is actually running a little challenge group for that. So maybe you're not going to be in on Control Freak, but maybe you're ready, or a couple of your challengers just have bot access and you can get them into that challenge group for MBF. Also, Tessa is running a 21-day fix challenge group up until Control Freak. So that's a nice way to maybe get yourself back in with Autumn or get yourself committed to something. These are just things that I'm remembering people had mentioned that they're doing right now. I'm also running my fitness challenge. So hopefully you're part of that, or hopefully maybe you have a couple girls in there. You guys, I have made over 100 new friends in the last 10 days. Because of people adding people into my fitness group. And I'm not adding friends that so if Bethany added somebody in the group, I'm not adding those people as friends. If I had a challenger add a friend, I've been adding those people as friends, because it's really expanding my network so much faster than if I were to just try and go and friend request people. So I've been really friend requesting people that have been joining my group through, I posted it on a mom's group in Orlando. I posted it on a mom's group back in the Keys. I just shared my post into those groups. So I had some people join, so I friend requested them. I've expanded my network quite a bit with just this fitness challenge, and I've got a lot of conversations starting and relationships building as well. So that's why it's such a perk, you guys, to do those free groups and to encourage the people that join your free group to add people in, because it's going to expand your network so much faster. And then you can add those people as your friends. And now they're kind of in seeing your other posts as well, not just your little workout posts. And so maybe I could start building some friendships and relationships. I had to message Tessa the other day because I have a girl in my free fitness group that just actually reminds me of Tessa. Because Tessa originally came from my fitness group, and like she kind of started, and then I saw her really getting into it, and then she really started getting into it, and I could see it happening. And there's this girl in my fitness group that is just reminding me of her right now. Like she first started, and then now she's like really commenting. Now she's like messaging me in my, messenger, like, oh my God, I'm loving it, and I'm like, man, this girl reminds me of Tessa. And so it's just really cool to have that experience again too, and just continue to inspire people to stay healthy, you guys. I've had so many people, you guys, I have somebody, this is so crazy. So I always tell you guys, I never have anybody on my team from my college days, because I was such a drunk, crazy girl that like, I don't think any of them actually believe who I am now. Is what I would probably suggest or assume. But I actually have a girl that I used to be roommates with back in college, and she's finally come around and like been like, hey, I really want to join this fitness group. I've been watching you do this for a while. And so like even just today, she like messaged me. And she said, hey, I invited a friend to your group. I know that she's going to be a bit late, but I wanted her to join. And I was like, oh, of course, no big deal. Extra accountability is always great. And she's like, yeah, we're both starting to struggle. They're in the school systems in Ohio. I think she's a special education teacher in Columbus. And she was like, the COVID fatigue up here in Ohio, especially with the shitty weather, I told her it's doing me so well and suggested she joins. Thanks again. We'll have to catch up after COVID and stuff like that. And so it was just really cool to be like, wow, somebody that like I would have never thought would come back around into my circle is not only thanking me for being positive in her life, is saying that I'm one of the few things that's actually keeping her happy and positive and on a brighter note. And she even invited a friend. So now I've requested that friend. I'm like, well, hey, come on in. I'll suck you in too. Like, but in such such a good way. You know what I mean? Like I love sucking people in to positivity and health and workouts and remembering and reminding people that like, I know there's a ton going on, but like we can just stay focused over here. Life can level out. Life will figure itself out. So that's just like one example of just like a friendship that's being built over offering a free workout. You guys, it literally takes me 20 minutes in the morning, to do a quick workout. I think of a quick move, no weights, no nothing. I put it together. I stand in front of a video and then I'm done. You know what I mean? Like it's really not a ton of effort on my part, but it creates such a cool experience for people that don't know what it is that I do. And it gives them a little taste of what it's like being in our community too. So I just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of feedback on that. And you guys can run free groups at any time. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to get permission. You just do it. And maybe it's based off of something that makes more sense from your perspective, right? It has to be something authentic for you. I love Christmas. So it was really fun for me and easy for me to do like a Christmas challenge. And maybe maybe you're a teacher and you have something that has to do with like surviving the school, or like I know Alicia opened up a surviving the pandemic group, like whatever is authentic to you. Okay. Use me as inspiration, but it's not to duplicate what I'm doing. It's to do it in your own way. Okay. But just know if you need inspiration, like if you need somebody to say like, hey, is this a good idea? I was thinking about doing this, and maybe you just need that bounce and that sound barrier. I'm the perfect person, I promise. And I'm most likely to be like, hell yeah, go do that. Like, maybe you should try this. Why don't you thought about this? Search here. I'm going to give you suggestions and thoughts, and maybe you just need to kind of come forward with the idea first. But also know you don't need my permission. You don't. Okay. At any moment, you take the reins of your business. As much as I hate that my coach left me after 3 months of being in the business, it's also probably the best thing that ever could have happened to me, because I don't have to ask anybody what I do in my business. I had to decide right then and there that I was going to do this without her. And I just had to start doing it and figuring it out all by myself. I didn't have anybody to say, hey, how do I send a share cart? I was like, all right, I got somebody that wants to sign up. I got to figure this out. Oh, and by the way, we didn't have share cart back in the day. That's a new feature. So we didn't even have that option back then. But I had to figure out, how do I sell somebody? How can I sell somebody this? I used to send them to my website and give them a coach ID and all this weird stuff that you guys don't really have to do as much now. But just remember that this is your business as much as it is my business. And you can do whatever you want. Okay. Let's see. I believe the only other two things I think we have on the schedule that I want to mention is, Tennille, I believe that you have a dinner, but I didn't put it on here last time, but I think it's next weekend or this Friday. You'll have to let me know. Maybe you can type it in the chat or something like that. Or I just want to make sure that everybody knows there is a dinner.
I believe it's the 18th.
18th.
Yeah, the 18th, and we're doing 6 p.m. as long as everybody can make it.
Okay.
And it's the Crestline Mexican restaurant, the new one.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
I want to make sure everybody knows that one. What color do I use?
And we're doing, I think, a socks exchange.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And that's the same day MBS launches, so you can remember that.
And Tennille, is that one that the family can go to as well?
No, because it's limit people. Like, I have a family of 6. So like if my family comes, like you can only sit together like I think 8 to 10 people. So I just did it just for the girls, just for us. And that way we're not scattered clear around the room.
Yeah.
So this is just.
Yeah, I forget that we're in a pandemic sometimes. I'm just like, oh yeah, we gotta. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So
like the campground and stuff is great for family because everybody can spread out and be around and stuff. But to go actually out to eat and sit together, it's kind of limited. So yeah, I mean, if you have to bring a child in order for you to come, then that's what you have to do. I mean, it's fine. It's not like, it's not strict.
It's in
Yeah, the
Crestline?
new Mexican restaurant in Crestline. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I'll be able to catch that one, Tennille.
That's okay. I mean, whoever can come can come. If not, we'll get together in January.
I know, you guys, the pandemic, Mike, the other day, we were gonna go to like this Italian restaurant, and he was like, oh, maybe I can get like so and all their families. And I was like, I don't know how you can do that. I was like, we'd have to also, he's like, oh yeah, like all sit at different tables and stuff. And he was just like, dang it. Like, I know. It's hard.
But then I
Hopefully
also
cross
watch
our fingers.
movies and stuff, and that's the thing. I almost go in like a panic when I see people out in like crowds and stuff. I'm like, you need a mask. So I mean, it's when I want to go do something, it's like I forget that we're in a pandemic.
Yeah, I know. The only time that we're not even really around crowds, but like the wake park, but because it's like everybody's always there's so much space there, like that's probably the most people that we've like really been around, but it's always like outdoors, and like we just sit like on the back of our truck and stuff. But yeah, I know it's such a crazy time, right? Perfect time for indoor fitness. Get your workout on. Oh goodness. I am very excited to get my control freak stuff in. I believe it should be here tomorrow. I was gonna actually, the fellow girls we created a little group chat, so make sure you send me when or if you by your Control Freak and I'll get you over into that group chat. And I was going to see if maybe they wanted to get together and like work out maybe this Sunday or something like that. Cause I think the majority of us will get our equipment by Friday or Saturday. So it's like, ooh, maybe we can get together and do like just a trial run workout. So lots in the works there. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. Make sure you guys have, like, if you're trying to get people to do it or you're interested in like promoting it, you can use, there's a promo video, a couple different promo videos that you can use. I actually saved the one Molly had sent us in our Warrior Women chat. If you go back into like the photos and videos and scroll down, she sent a 1 minute, and it's actually a video that's up and down. What do you call that? Vertical, sorry. It's actually vertical. And so it goes into the stories very easily. It's a minute long and it's vertical. So it fits into your story, like Instagram stories, super easily. If you guys don't have it, I can send, or you can't find it, I can send it to you again, but it's in my stories. So like right now I have a running, like 20 name little list, and it's like all the names of the people that have purchased. And then I have that 1 minute little video, and then I'm like, and number 16 could be you know, just really something simple that people can follow and be like, oh shoot, she has more names on it. Like, oh look, there's another name, I should better jump on it. Or what is this little video? You can also, one thing that I do, I'm gonna take my screen share off. One thing that you can also do is I'll pull up like on my computer, or you can do it on a tablet too sometimes. But I'll pull up the like 1 minute sizzle videos that are on Beachbody. You can go to like YouTube and YouTube 9 Week Control Freak, or you can go to Beachbody and they have little promo videos. And I'll record with my phone. I'll just like make the computer screen like the full video, and I'll just turn up my computer really loud and I'll just record the video as it's playing, and I will put that in my Instagram stories, and I'll kind of like write on it and stuff like new workout video coming and stuff like that. So there's a ton of different ways that you can kind of fit that into your stories and start popping that into there. And then what I also plan to do is like, okay, now that that video is up there, now I want to start working out with it. So I'm going to take a video of me putting my control track on, trying it out, starting to use it, using this ball. Like, what the heck am I going to do with this? Start really incorporating it into my stories so it gets people curious, and then it can maybe initiate some conversation too. That's why it's important to really get that equipment quickly, so that way you can start using it and people can start getting interested in it before your challenge group even starts. But also, once the challenge group starts, that's where I'm going to go ahead and start talking to people for my next one. So as you guys notice, it's like as soon as my fitness started, I actually started talking about 9 Week Control Freak. So now that the fitness is running and it's like in its own group and it's cruising, now on my social media and in my stories, it's all about 9 Week Control Freak. So what's next? What's next? And then when we get into 9 Week Control Freak, boom, I'll start filling my March challenge group, or I'll start talking about do this program with me when I repeat it in March. So I always kind of, when I'm in it, I'm talking about the next thing. And then as soon as that one comes up, boom, then I'm talking about the next thing. And that just keeps people interested and just keeps that cycle going, keeps you interested, right? I'm always looking for the next thing, next thing, next thing, because there's nothing like finishing a program and then going, so what should I do now? Like, it's like dead air, right? You should already know. You should already know before you even finish that program, what program you're doing next, who's joining you, what the plan is, what they're doing, what, like, for me, that's why you guys, I make schedules. The schedule is out until April. I am scheduled out until April. And I'm just really waiting to see when Shanti's releasing his program. And that will fit in, and that will be my springtime. So like, I'm already thinking that far out. And that also shows, one, your coaches and your challengers, hey, you actually have a plan for me to follow and to be part of, and to give me something to look forward to. It's not like a guessing game. You guys know exactly what's happening. If you're coming to the coach calls, you guys have been seeing this schedule, right? You knew when Control Freak was going to launch because we've just been talking about it. We've been looking forward. And as soon as that happens, then we move forward to the next thing as well. Okay. So use those promo videos, pop in your coach office. There's material in there from 9-Week Control Freak. Even if you're not doing it, you could still offer it. Truly, you guys, you never know. We might just actually, you could just be like, hey, my coach is running a large group. If anybody's interested in joining it, I can plug you in with her. So you can sign her up and plug her in our group. Like, it'd be easy. Okay. There's also a VIP Autumn group, which is if you sign up a new coach and they have never received, that's right, Tennille, that's right. I saw it in your group. And like, you just plug them right in with us and we'll just take them on. It's no big deal, you guys. The VIP Autumn group is if you have a coach that has never received a Success Club point and they sell a 9-Week Control Freak, they get a possibility of being in a test group with Autumn. If you want to know more about that, just message me. I'll tell you more about it. So if you have a coach that is thinking about signing somebody up and have never received Success Club points, so make sure we do it correctly. So message me if you're interested in that. Okay. I also shared that in the Warrior Women chat, but it was also the day that I was like blowing up the chat. So it probably disappeared quite a bit. Let's see. Oh, if you do get Control Freak, make sure you do like some sort of unboxing, either in the challenge group on your own social media. If you go live, make sure you save it and you can post it in the challenge group or post it on your Instagram stories. You can use it in multiple places. Okay. But use that as an opportunity to really say, here it is. Welcome to my next 9 weeks, to my New Year challenge. Use that as an opportunity to really offer it. Okay. Okay, let's switch over to Reels because I know that's what you guys really want to know. Okay, so I want to talk about Reels with you because I know that we've been pushing them. I have been pushing them a lot on you guys lately, and I want to explain why a little bit. And I want to see if maybe you guys have some questions. I want to go over a little bit of tutorial stuff. And then I also found a video from literally like yesterday that Brock Johnson had done because all the videos I was finding were like 3 months old on Reels. And I'm like, but Reels has changed within the last week. Like it's different than what they're talking about. And I'm like, I need the most updated Reels video I can find. And so I think I found one that was literally posted yesterday. It doesn't even have any views yet, but I think it's going to be kind of what we need to know. And maybe it'll help us out here too. So first of all, I'm just going to walk through what Reels are. Is that what Reels is? What Reels are? Where my teacher's at? Someone corrects me. I don't know which one it is. But okay, so if you are on your Instagram and you swiping left, I think, or you push it to the right from the left, go to the left to the right, like you would your Instagram stories. And down at the bottom, it should say Reel. Now, the thing about this is that you can only do 15 or 30 seconds, okay? So you would click on that little timer right there at the top, and that would change from 15 to 30 seconds. I would assume at some point they will probably offer a 45-second to a minute long reel, but we'll just have to continue waiting and seeing. Okay, below that, you can see the music or audio option, okay? One way, if you're not quite sure what kind of music to use, go to the trending music. I think that's the best place to start because, so here's the deal with Reels right now is that so if you're in Reels, I could go to the song Level Up by Sierra and watch all the videos of people that have used that song. Okay, so when there's a trending song, that means, hey, I might get pumped up into that trending because maybe people will just be watching the Level Up Sierra. And if I use that, I might come up into their feed. Okay, so that's one thing that you can definitely do is using a trending song can help you pump out your video to people just watching a trending song. Okay, so that's definitely one thing that I think is really important is your song choice or your audio choice can really make or break whether your video gets viewed by new people. And so there, Brock will kind of explain this to you guys, but Reels right now is a new feature for Instagram. So the thing is about Instagram is they will pump you however they want. They will algorithm however they want. And so if it's a new feature from them, they are going to be pumping you up if you are using their new feature. Okay. So they're going to be like, oh, this girl's really using the new Reels, and Reels is new to us. So let's send her information out even more. Okay. So it's almost like a good like a good student, you know, like they're like, oh, the student is like doing the right thing, and so like let's continue to give her A pluses or whatever, you know what I mean? Like so if you're doing the Reels, they're going to reward that with pumping your information to more people. Okay, because they are trying to get Reels to basically take over our TikTok. They did this back when like Snapchat was crucial and people were spending time on Snapchat and not Instagram. Well, Instagram stories came in, and so it brought people back over to Instagram. Same thing. People were taking time to watch TikTok videos, and so Instagram created Reels to bring people back into their app and to kind of like be like, oh, you don't need TikTok. You got it all right here. The difference I was watching this one video, and the difference they said between Instagram videos and TikTok videos is TikTok, you can get away with just kind of like doing silly stuff. But he said Instagram Reels, they will actually reward you more in the algorithm if you are giving a tip or a trick or a informational, like how to wear a leather jacket 5 different ways, how to like the egg thing, how to get an egg out of a shell by just blowing on it. Like they seem to be rewarding more those types of videos at this moment. So that's just something that I was listening to one girl talk about. I didn't really like the rest of her video, but I felt like that tip that she gave was really important. That it's not just like random stuff, it's more like video with a purpose, if that makes sense. And so I might kind of try that a little bit now as well, and kind of maybe just be like, okay, what tips and tricks do I know that I feel like I could maybe help people with, you know? So that was kind of something that I thought was really interesting. Okay, so the music is very important. You can also search audios. Like I know like Mike does like motivational stuff. Like he'll be like his wakeboard videos, but it's a motivational speaker in the background. So like that's kind of a cool little option too. I think Ashley did that for her video. So here's what I think, you guys. You have to make it in a way that's authentic to you. Okay, so the way I do my reels is not going to be the same way I want you to do your reels. And this is even when I was telling Kristen, because she's been pumping out a couple reels, and she was like, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I'm actually pretty surprised. It was pretty fun. I was like, exactly, because you found a way to make it for you. You know, I was like, because the way I'm doing my reels is not the way that Kristen's going to be doing her reels, which is not the same way as Tennille or Stephanie or Bethany or, you know, any of you guys would be doing your reels. So you have to find music that resonates with you. You have to find audio that makes sense for you, right? So it's going to take effort. Okay, that's the biggest thing, is that it's no longer just slapping up a pretty picture, creating some pretty text and being like, woohoo, my coaching business. You're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to think, what kind of music would come from me? What kind of music would explain what kind of person I am? What kind of audio would come from me? Okay. Which before, I think we would just kind of like slap up some music from our Instagram stories, or I would just use like the pre-set music from my video editor that's like just like tones and whatever. And I'm like, it's not that anymore. Okay. Now people really want to see a full experience. They want to see music and movement and video, not just pictures, unless it's like a slideshow of pictures. Okay, which you can also do. So where I had like my video editor app, where I made a slideshow of pictures and videos of my mom, and then I took it and I uploaded it into Reels and I put music to it. So you can do that as well. Like I created it off the app, created a little video, a 30-second video, uploaded it into Reels, put music to it, and then loaded it. Or you can create it in Reels as well. So that's kind of the trickier part too. Be careful, because I've deleted so many good videos because I accidentally pressed the back button too many times, or like I just accidentally deleted it or discarded it. And I was like, no, I don't know how many times I had to do that dancing video the other day because my app kept freezing whenever I would go to post it. I don't know why, but I literally had to do that dance video like 4 times, which was fine because the final edit was like my favorite anyway. And maybe it was just life saying like, no, Jen, I think you need one more take. I don't know, but it was kind of interesting. So just, you're going to have to play around with the app. Okay. But also just know that like there's suggestions. You could do holiday music because it's Christmas time right now. Like I did that the other day. I was like, oh, I'll just put Jonas Brothers in the, what are you doing?
Use Red Bull.
Yeah.
Or if you want, tag me once you get to 4,000. I'll help you get to 10.
Oh my God, he had one video.
I've only done one.
One
I'm just saying.
video.
I'm just saying, if I've only done one.
I'm
and it hit
getting there,
15,000,
so you know. No, actually, I really do have like a good tip from like what he did that I think will be really important for us. I just haven't gotten there.
You got it. Get real.
But music and audio is super important. Okay. And I think that it will become even more important the longer Reel sticks around, the more they have uploaded for us to mess with the audio and stuff like that. Okay, so below that is actually one of my favorite ones, which is the speed of your video. Okay, the speed of your video can be tricky when you're recording it, but the result can be really fun. Okay, so when you speed the video up, your music slows down. Okay, so as you pick the video, so if you click the little time here, I don't know if you guys are on your phone or can see like what we're talking about, but if you're in your Reels and you click the 1x, beside that, it's going to show like you can slow it down to 0.5, which is going to slow your video down. So if it's a 15-second video, the music's actually going to speed up. So you got to move super fast, and then it will do a slow motion video. So it's the opposite of what you think it should be. So like for me, when I want to speed my video up, I do the 3x. That means the music when I'm recording is going to go really slow. So I have to kind of pay attention to what the music is saying, but it gives you longer time to make your moves. But you have to play with it. You guys will know what I'm talking about once you do it. But speeding it up and slowing it down and doing little clips like that can catch people's eyes. Okay. My video from yesterday where I'm just dancing in like a flannel, I did that video as a 3x 15-second video. But when I recorded it, it had to be a 45-second dance. Okay, because it was 3 times as long. And I had to kind of listen to the music because it goes because it's slowing it down. And so it takes effort, like what I was saying, you guys, it's going to take time and effort. Sometimes you're going to have to take several takes. Sometimes you're going to have to be like, oh, I think I can do this. And let me try that. Let me watch it. Let me see what it looks like. Let me trim it down. And let me splice it with this. You're going to have to get creative. And that's what people are looking for nowadays on social media, is getting creative. Okay. It's no longer just like, here's my sweaty selfie. It's like, how did I create during my workout? Like, how can I take a little clip from me taking my Energize, me setting up my weights, me doing my workout, me afterwards drinking my Recover, and now me on my couch resting. And now how can I splice that all together to be a 30 seconds, add some music, and make it a little bit more of like a life event, right? A little mini event rather than just got my workout done. You know, like that's turning into kind of white noise nowadays. And so it will just eventually fade out. And so now it's all about the videos and showing the little story and creating kind of a capture of the whole event. Okay. The quicker you guys get on with this, I'm telling you, the quicker and more fun you're going to have, because posting pictures is sometimes super boring. Like, let's think about it, you know? And so when you think of like this idea of being able to be creative in a way that can express you it can actually be really exhilarating. And the more you do it, and the time you just say, okay, I'm just gonna try it. Like, what if I just try it, right? You're gonna realize it's actually pretty fun. And it's way more fun to post a video of something you did rather than just a photo. Okay. Okay. So then underneath that, you have the filters where you can click that and you can swipe over and get the different filters. My favorite one is a Bahama. I don't know why, but it just like makes my skin look like just like flaw, like doesn't matter of any shadows, like because a lot of times like when I'm seeing my office, like I always have like I have dark shadows or like always trying to find lighting, but whenever I do the Bahama one, it just like shoot, like creates no shadows. I love that filter. But it doesn't actually change like features of my face, right? Like I'm not adding like not that you can't, but like it's not like adding like different eyeballs or eyelashes to my face or something like that. But you can always have fun with it. Below that, you have the timer. You can set that as a 3-second timer or a 10-second timer. I always use a 3-second timer just so I'm not walking away from my phone, pressing the button. I set the little timer, I walk away from it, then I'm just right into whatever I'm doing. It's just kind of a nice little way to kind of get set up. Okay. From there, you can also add video. So like I said, you can create a video before you upload it. You just click that little plus sign down at the bottom left, and you can upload your videos as well. And then once you upload them, you can trim them, okay? And then you can also put words on there. And then always, when you create them, make sure you share it to your stories, your feed, and the Reels feed. Okay, that's 3 separate locations. And then that's what kind of gets me to the next part is that we can also support each other by helping share each other's. So like I saw Bethany's and I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. And so I shared hers in my stories, gave her a little shout out, tagged her. And so now she either has the opportunity for my people to see her or to share it again in her Reels. And we get an opportunity to just kind of help each other out and like kind of be connected with each other, but help each other kind of pump out, because the more shares you're getting, the more comments you're getting, the more likes you're getting, the more other people are going to be able to see it. That all helps the algorithm. So that's why you guys will see me post on all of your guys's. Like I'm trying to comment as much as I can on yours, share yours, like it. And I think it would be great if we just could do that for each other in general, right? We're all one big happy family. So I'm like down to help you guys expand. Like the video I had done yesterday, you guys, it had 1,500 views in the first 30 minutes. And then it got 500 to now. So like, I don't know what it was that first 30 minutes that they just pumped that video into the algorithm. But I went, holy shit. I was like, oh my God, I just realized like 1,500 people just saw me dancing. Like I was like, ah. But it was also pretty cool because I had 2 girls end up following me that I don't know how I would have ever gotten connected with these 2 girls before. And they seem like legit women that are just like in our country somewhere. And they just happened to see my video, happened to click on my profile and start following me. So I went to their profile and was like, hey, she's like actually a pretty cool mom, just looks like a mom of 2 and just hanging out. And so I just gave her a follow back. And then I'm going to send her a message to say, hey, thanks for joining my community. Let me know if you ever need anything, just build that relationship. So you never know where it could go, right? So it's pretty cool. So let's jump over to this video from Brock and see if he can let us know anything else that we can learn from. Okay. I went ahead and skipped ahead because we already pretty much all know who he is. This is Shailene Johnson's son, Brock, and he does a ton of, if you're not following him on Instagram, I would highly suggest it. He just does a ton of tips and tricks on how to build your business on Instagram. So I just skipped all of the introduction part so we can kind of jump right into 10x your growth on Instagram using Reels. And you guys, this was posted yesterday, so the app is actually, so like what he's talking about with the app is actually up to date.
All right, so let me make sure these are working. How to 10x your growth with Reels. Instagram's new layout. This is the first thing I wanted to show you is if you aren't familiar already, this is what Instagram used to look like. And now we're actually used to be able at the bottom to see post and notifications. So that was like 2 of the 5 categories. And those are the 2 that have changed. You used to have the post in the center and then your notifications right next to it. Well, now they've replaced that with Reels and shopping. And if you're anything like me, then recently, I'm sure you've gone to tap on your notifications tab and you've ended up on the shoppings tab. Instagram totally redesigned their layout. But what does this new layout tell us? What does it mean for us as business owners, as network marketers, as entrepreneurs on Instagram? What does it mean? It means that Reels and shopping is their current focus. It's Instagram's current focus. It's what they care about. And that's why today we're going to be talking about 10xing your growth using Reels. And like I said, Reels are working better than ever. This isn't just for me. This isn't just for my mom. This is for everyone on Instagram. Reels are currently being boosted like crazy. I was checking right before we popped onto this live training, and I have a reel that I posted a few days ago that's about to hit 1 million views. It'll be my first one over 1 million views. But that's not just me. Here's an account example. This is one of our members inside our Instagram membership community, and she is about to cross 1 million views on her reels. And this is a screenshot of her insights. So her name is Lindsay. Lindsay has reached 1 million accounts in the last 7 days. Her follower account has doubled. She's doubled the number of followers she has in the last 7 days. And it's through using the strategy that I'm about to teach you. Here's the reel that she posted. It's actually at 1.6 million views now. It's gone up a couple 100,000 since I took this screenshot. It's a super funny reel. She's using the same strategies that I'm about to share with you. And this reel that she created, it is very funny. It is going viral. So while the reels you may be posting might not all get millions and millions of views like this one, this is a great example of a little bit of what we're about to be talking about. And I'll let you watch a quick little sneak preview of this hilarious reel by Lindsay.
We're leaving! Samantha, you grab your tablet. I don't want you talking to me. Good morning, Donna. Love what you did with the tulips. Fucking bitch. Go get him, Timmy. Your mama's little champ. Oh, no, Nancy. He sucks. Hit.
Lindsay's reel. It's hilarious. It's going viral. But there are some tips that we can share with you and some tips to set your reels apart from everyone else's. And that's really what you have to do, because in network marketing and really just on Instagram in general, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of people vying for your attention. There's 1 million different kinds of content and 1 million different posts happening every single day. So you really need to stand out. You really need to set yourself apart and give yourself a leg up on everyone else. So here are the top tips that I have for you with Instagram Reels. And I hope you got your pen and paper ready, because we're going to fly through these. These are definitely, you need to write these down or take a screenshot, whatever you got to do. I hope you're ready. The first one is you need to have multiple cuts in your Instagram reel. What that means is that every 2 to 3 seconds, you should start a new clip. You should change your positioning. You should change where you're at in your home. You should move to a new location every 2 to 3 seconds. That might seem like a lot, but the next time you're watching TV or you're watching a movie, try and count how long each scene lasts. Each clip only lasts like 2 to 3 seconds. And you don't even realize it when you're watching a movie, because that's what we've been trained to do. So when suddenly we start watching Instagram Reels and it's 15 seconds without a single cut, that's boring. That's old news to us. So have a cut every 2 to 3 seconds to keep your audience interested and engaged. Next, use a trending song or sound. Now, it's totally fine to create your own sound. It's totally fine to record your own audio or use your own music. But if you're using something that's already trending, you are more likely to also be trending yourself. So in the example that Lindsay had here, she used a trending sound. That pre-recorded voiceover, that was already made by someone else. And then she just added her own video, her own take on that sound. So your second tip is to try to use some sort of trending song or sound, some sort of viral video template that's already been done for you. And I think that this should be great news as someone who posts on Instagram all the time, because like there's so many posts that we have to be making and so much to be doing that sometimes it can be overwhelming with trying to figure out, okay, well, also like, what the heck should I even be posting? So if you're using something that's already trending, you don't have to be the creative one. You can just rely on an already proven trending formula. Number 3, add closed captioning. You don't need to have some fancy app do it for you. You don't need to pay someone to transcribe your videos, but add text to your clips. Add text to your reels as you record them. That way, 2 things. Number 1, your audience who's listening with their sound off because they just put the kids to bed, or it's late at night, or they're at work and they're not supposed to be watching their Instagram reels. They're watching with their sound off. So if you don't close caption your videos, the likelihood of them actually watching your videos really goes down. So add some closed captioning by typing out whatever it is you just said. And also, when you add closed captioning, you're adding more text to the screen. You're adding more for people to look at. It's more that's engaging. It keeps people plugged in even longer. And it's kind of the same principle of having multiple cuts. It's just more engaging and more exciting. This one is the big key. And this is where I might go on a little bit of a rant. Number 4, my 4th biggest tip for your Instagram Reels is to serve. Instagram Reels should be educational, motivational, captivating of your audience. If your Instagram Reels are just you holding up the product for the network marketing organization that you work for, what does that educate me? I'm not learning a thing. I'm not motivated to do anything, and I'm not captivated because that's very boring. I'll tell you what I am. I'm turned off because I feel like I'm being sold to. Instagram Reels are not your opportunity to create commercials for your Instagram. Instagram Reels are an opportunity for you to connect with your audience, to serve your audience, to teach them something, to inspire or motivate them, or to captivate them with a super funny reel like Lindsay did. Lindsay's reel didn't really teach us anything. It didn't really inspire us at all, but it was captivating and funny and very relatable to her niche, which is the mom space. She's in that like kind of mom entrepreneurship space. So serve your audience, be educational. If you just finished a workout, posting a reel of your sped up workout with a sweaty selfie at the end, that doesn't do anything for me. It's not very captivating. I don't learn anything and I'm not being motivated. Your goal should be, I've heard it called edutainment, education, entertainment, education, entertainment. That should be your goal with creating Instagram Reels. Share a top 5 tips. Share your 3 favorite resources. Share your biggest lesson learned. I mean, you're part of this great event right now, this live virtual event. This is so awesome. How are you not creating multiple reels every single day, sharing with your audience the biggest things that you're learning in this live event? I mean, think about how useful that would be. Think about how useful all of the knowledge and lessons that you're learning in this live event are. Now, take those and put them into bite-sized, reel-sized snippets and put them on your Instagram. It's just as useful for your audience and they can now consume it in a super easy to consume, engaging way. Serve your audience with your Instagram Reels. Tip number 5 out of 8. I have 8 tips for you. Tip number 5, short captions are best. Right now, when people are watching Reels, they're not also reading the super long blog posts that you want to write in your caption. So in your caption, when you are making them for your Instagram Reels, keep it short. And then the pro tip that I have for you is to try asking a question rather than just, adding your 2 cents or saying a couple quick words about the reel. Try asking a question. That way you are encouraging your audience to engage. You're encouraging them to comment on the reel by asking a question and trying to get their answer. Tip number 6 is to use hashtags in the same way that you would on your Instagram feed post. You should be using hashtags with reels, and you should put those hashtags in your comments section. We could spend an hour here talking about hashtags. We're not going to go too deep into them, but just know that you need to be using them in the same way that you would with any other Instagram feed post. Tip number 7, share the reel to your feed, and once it's shared to your feed, share it to your story. Right before uploading your reel, you'll have the option to either post it to just Reels or post it to the feed as well. You definitely want to post it to the feed as well, because if you don't, you're going to get way less views. And way less views means way less engagement. your post won't, your reel won't be shown to as many people. So share it to your feed, definitely. And then take the extra step of sharing it to your own story so that your audience has every possible opportunity, whether they're looking at their feed or they're looking at their stories or they're looking at their reels, they have every possible opportunity of seeing your reel. And that will help you grow your Instagram and grow your following and just grow your reach with reels. And then my 8th and final tip is to post at least 1 reel per day. You want to post at least 1 reel per day right now because, like I said, Instagram is promoting the heck out of reels. They want you to use reels. It's like when you bring home that your new child, the new baby, and like you just want to show it off to everyone, or you have that one friend who just had a new kid, and they just want to show you pictures all day. And it's like, okay, like I get it. And they're like, oh my gosh, who does it look like, the mom or the dad? And you're like, it looks like a potato. It was just born. Everyone loves to show off their new thing. Instagram's the same way. Reels and this new layout, that's their new thing. They want to show off reels. They want to help you grow your Instagram. So help them help you by posting reels, and post at least 1 reel a day. So these are the 8 tips, the top tips to growing your Instagram account and 10xing your reach and 10xing your growth by using reels. Bottom line, serve your audience and captivate us. Serve your audience and keep us engaged with short captions, trending songs and sounds, multiple cuts. Use hashtags, sharing it to your feed and your stories. Keep us engaged and serve your audience. Those are my top 8 tips. And I have a bonus tip for you. I have one quick bonus tip for you. This one is a real game changer. This one is how Lindsay here doubled her following. She went from about 4,800 followers to now she's over 10,000 followers. So she more than doubled her following, actually. And it's through the strategy that I'm about to give you with this bonus tip. And that bonus tip is to find viral TikTok videos that are relating to your niche. You don't want to just find any random TikTok video, but find viral videos that relate to what you do on Instagram. Find viral TikTok videos that are in your industry and in your niche. Save them, which is super easy to do on TikTok. Save the TikTok and then post it onto your reels. Post it onto your reels. Now, of course, I added that note. You should tag the original creator to give them credit. But if you find a hilarious TikTok that's going viral, you find a super educational TikTok that's going viral, it has thousands of likes or thousands of views and millions of reach with that TikTok, save it and share it to your own reels. Of course, you want to give the original person who made it credit, but you are just resharing their content. It's very common. I've had dozens of TikToks go viral and they get shared on Instagram all the time. And most of the time, the people don't even tag me. So share the viral videos that you're finding on TikTok onto your reels, tag the original creator to give them credit, make sure it's in your niche. And it's a great way to stay consistent, right? I mean, that final tip of posting at least 1 reel a day, that might seem way far out there. You got kids, you got the business, you got so many things to worry about. There's so many balls to juggle. And then you got to create a reel a day. That might be a little bit too much to add to the plate. So take that off your plate by, instead of having to create your own reel, find someone else's viral TikTok and share that onto your own reels. It's a great way to really increase your reach, really increase your engagement, and revive a dead account. If your Instagram account feels like it's dead and it's just so hard to get any traction and get people to actually respond and engage with you on Instagram, this is a great strategy for reviving it, bringing it back to life, starting to get those comments, starting to get that engagement, starting to get people actually paying attention to what you're doing again. Really, ultimately, though, the bottom line is you need to focus on serving your audience. And there's no easier way to do that. There's no better place to do that right now than on Instagram Reels. It's so quick. It's so easy. It's so captivating. I mean, can you teach someone a quick tip in 15 to 30 seconds? Absolutely, you can. You could do that all day long, and you're going to continue to grow your audience if you're doing so.
I gotta just say, like, I did that with your post, right? Remember that post that I just did that I reposted?
Okay, I'm gonna pause right there because they just kind of talk after that. Okay, so hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. So I was like really excited to kind of share it tonight and just like reiterate the idea of so, and you guys, you guys know this, I've been coaching for 5 years. And so what I did in year 1 is not what I did in year 2, is not what I did in year 3, is not what I'm doing in year 5. And so for me, I always loved that game of like, what's next, what's new, what's our next program releasing, what's a new way I can get creative. Like I love creating on social media. So like, to me, this stuff, to just go head in on like reels is like second nature to me. Maybe for you, not so much. Maybe if you're like, oh my God, like, what is this? I don't know if I could do it. Just try it. Seriously, that's what I want you to do. I want you to just say, instead of saying, oh, I can't do that, or oh, that's not me, or oh, I just don't have time, be like, what if I tried? What if I did just give it a go? What could I do? Maybe pop into reels, watch a few, get some inspiration. I think it's kind of hard to just come up with it on my own, but sometimes when I'm like in reels and I'm like searching certain things, I'll see something and I'll go, oh, that's such a good idea. I'm like, oh, maybe I could do that and this and this. And that's kind of how I did my mom. Like when my mom was here, we did the like little Christmas video with Derek. Like I had seen somebody else kind of do something like that, where they were like doing quick change into like Christmas stuff. So I was like, oh, I could do like a quick change into Christmas stuff and then like be like all Christmassy. So I found a way to like put my own spin on it. But I love that Brock is like really, I love that word edutain. Edutain, I wrote that down. So like, how can I educate somebody in an entertaining way? Or how can I motivate somebody in an entertaining way? So kind of really just keeping that in the forefront of our mind when we're creating content and pumping it out there. It needs a purpose. Content, if like you're really trying to engage and get people's attention nowadays in the abundance of social media that everybody is consuming, how can you stand out? How can we be different? And so I love the idea of even just sharing each other's reels or going to TikTok and saving a video that you're just like, oh my God, this mom cracks me up the way that she posts this video, and posting it in your reels and tagging them and giving them credit. And just letting that kind of be your once a day reels post. It doesn't always have to come from you. It doesn't always have to be an original idea, but just keeping that social media posting, I think, is super important too. Whew. Do you guys have if you guys have any questions about reels, make sure you reach out. Or maybe while you're creating, you have questions. Sometimes that happens. Just let me know. And obviously everything else is still important too. Still pump up those stories and, still be posting to that feed. I still share it over to Facebook, kind of doing all the things. It just gives you another place to try out. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully it gives you guys a little bit of boost of confidence in why and how you can do them. And if you have any issues, just let me know and I'd be happy to help you. Or if you pump one out, make sure you share it to me or tag me or something like that. I'd be happy to share it over into my social media. Yeah, I'm just down to support. Cool. All right, ladies. Hopefully that got your gears turning, and I see a bunch of reels out there tomorrow and we'll just have a bunch of fun with it. All right, ladies, I'm done for the day. Let me know if you have any control freak questions or if you have any reels questions. I will be here. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.